And up next, we have the match people have been waiting all week for. John Cena takes on The Rock, takes on Stone Cold. But these three men are gonna need to prove themselves in this triple threat tonight. And here comes John Cena. Will John Cena be the last GOAT standing, or will it be Steve Austin? Or will it be, you guessed it, The Rock? Well, John Cena vows on being that last man standing tonight. He's not gonna be the one beneath the water, because this match is the first round match. And the only way to win is to stay on the surface of the water. Stay on your feet. The only way to win is by drowning your opponent. As here comes The Rock. The Rock is gonna lay boots to acid tonight. Go face to face with two of its most iconic rivals in WBA history. Cena and Austin all in the same place at the same fucking time. You gotta know for goddamn sure that The Rock is no quitter. The Rock is not somebody who is gonna drown, nor with Cena. Cena lost to The Rock in this match once. And this is what we need to worry about. The Rock has the advantage coming in, but if it's anyone who knows how to change the score, it is this man. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin's coming out now, guys, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, if there's one thing in his mind, by getting his hands on the Rock early. Getting his hands on the Rock early, eliminating the threat. Who he knows, The Rock is gonna hit a rock bottom out of nowhere. He did it on Cena at a last pull match. You remember that? You remember that, don't you? At the Smash in Somalia. Stone Cold wasn't there, but Cena and The Rock was. And Cena lost. But here tonight, I just think it will be friendly competition. And now all three men are face to face. Austin, Rock and Cena. Three of the GOATs. But just like that, The Rock switches. And he says he's gonna take care of Cena early. And just like that, The Rock have taken out John Cena with a massive rock bottom off the top of the steps into the water. And just like that, The Rock have taken Cena out with a massive rock bottom off the top of the steps straight into the ever growing deep end of the pool right there onto Cena. And Cena, I bet Cena was gonna have trouble trying to get out of this predicament, because just like that, The Rock have dropped him with a rock bottom into the pool. And now The Rock have started with the heavy hitters. That's what The Rock did last time, as Cena have just been tossed into the water with a rock bottom. And they just fallen straight down to the second step. And that is at least a few feet high, 3 feet low from where they were standing. And just like that, Cena's back could be in agony from that rock bottom. And that is what I'm talking about. The Rock doesn't know when to stop. The Rock just knows how to win. And by the way, The Rock knows how to win it because he just beats people up until he wins. Cena never says die, he never says I quit, but he might need to do it again tonight if The Rock has his way, because he won the last pole match. Cena didn't win the last pole match. And one of those rock bottoms was the death battle on Cena last time. What sent Cena into the deep waters after a brutal kick off the side from The Rock. Sent Cena sinking to the bottom of the ocean. And oh boy, and just like that, The Rock picked up John Cena and hammered him with a spine buster. These two have been up each other's throats for damn years. And just like that, The Rock have hammered Cena's spine into the bloody bottom of the pool steps right there. Straight onto the steps, just like that. Cena's back is in agony after a spine buster. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. You've gotta be in trouble when The Rock knows he smelled blood in the water. He smelled Cena's blood in the water, and now Cena is in trouble. Cena's in deep, deep trouble. And John Cena just lying there. That water is about 10 feet high above them, for God's sake. And just like that, we are in real trouble now that The Rock had taken control, and Cena's having a hard time fighting back. He might suffocate down there, for God damn it. And The Rock, he's just looking up, waiting for Stone Cold to make an appearance. The Cena's lifeless body is laying on the floor. And that's what I'm talking about. The Rock is just waiting for the perfect time to take out Stone Cold so he can win this match. But something telling me Stone Cold isn't going down without a fight. Cena have been in some brutal matches this week. He have been in this brutal match last week with Roman Reigns. He had this match with Roman Reigns and it was a real bloodbath, guys. A clash at the castle. Cena barely scraped by that match. Cena barely even won that bloody match. That's what I'm talking about, guys. So a win tonight can cement Cena as a big name player once again. And Steve Austin, he's eyeing The Rock. And just like that, Steve Austin, he hammers The Rock with a massive elbow off the top step, jumping down onto The Rock like dominoes. And just like that, Steve Austin did on top of The Rock after smashing his elbow into his shoulders, taking out The Rock. And now they're just laying there. All three men are beat to fuck now. Let's just say that. Steve Austin, he's not gonna hammer The Rock with some brutal punches. And this is what we should be afraid of. Steve Austin's right hands. It's gonna smash The Rock's bloody jawline apart. And that is what we're gonna be witnessing tonight, guys. Steve Austin knows what in the hell he's doing, and just like that, Steve Austin have taken control of The Rock. Cena have been laid out, and now a brutal elbow to the face of The Rock. That's what we're talking about. A punch to the face and an elbow. He's gonna scar The Rock for damn life. And now just like that, Steve Austin, he's taking control of The Rock. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This fight may not be over anytime soon. Steve Austin is having a good time beating the snot out of The Rock, beating the shit out of the Great One. Steve Austin is having a good time. You gotta be thinking, when is enough? Both of the GOATs, or two of the GOATs, all three of the guys are classed as GOATs. Steve Austin built the Attitude Era. The Rock built Hollywood. And Cena built Make-A-Wish. And everything else what came after the Attitude Era. All three of these guys have done something for this business. They have built their names here. And now, I don't think any of these three are going to exist after the end of the night. Oh boy. And The Rock and Cena are laid out. Steve Austin is hovering over them. Who is Steve Austin going to target next? Steve Austin is targeting the young blood in this match. John Cena. Even though John Cena is really young, you get what I mean. He's younger than The Rock. Younger than Steve Austin. and he didn't build the attitude era. The attitude what Steve Austin is gonna do. Maybe Steve Austin is still jealous of John Cena's success in this business. And just like that, Steve Austin had picked John Cena up. And just like that, Steve Austin, with the death battle, I'm better than you shot, and he just kicks John Cena where the sun doesn't shine. And now, just like that, John Cena is stunned momentarily. And now John Cena, he's in deep trouble now, guys. Once you get kicked in that area, it's no joke. Steve Austin just cocks his leg and kicks Cena right where the sun doesn't shine. And just like that, Cena was kicked in the balls. And just like that, it looked like Stone Cold Steve Austin, he's looking for a Stone Cold Stunner. And if a Stone Cold Stunner hits, then John Cena's chance of winning this match go right down the toilet. Right down where the sun doesn't shine, Cena goes into the deep dark ocean. And this is what I'm talking about. Steve Austin, with no experience in pole matches, is taking advantage of John Cena. You gotta be wondering, who else can Steve Austin fight in a pole match? Imagine Vince McMahon. That would be a good one. Steve Austin, he hit a stunner on John Cena. We wonder if there's bad blood between Vince and Stone Cold still. There probably is. Bad blood always lasts in the WBA. Until the David drop. And oh boy, the David drop dead will be that death bow. And oh boy, as Stone Cold, he just hit a massive stunner onto John Cena. And just like that, John Cena had been laid out with that fucking stunner. And just like that, John Cena's rolling on the floor. It looked like Cena's in agony now, guys, after that stunner. He might have broke his top teeth out. And oh boy, Stone Cold, he's eyeing victory. He's eyeing the moment he's waiting for. As Steve Austin is hovering over Cena and Stone Cold, Cena needs to try and capitalize. He's been dominated by The Rock and Stone Cold here tonight, so far. And The Rock, he's having a hard time getting up. So why not? Why not Stone Cold? You can help him if you want, but I don't reckon it's going to be a nice, friendly time at the box office. As Stone Cold Steve Austin, he goes down to pick up The Rock. And just like that, Steve Austin is on top of The Rock. And now it looks like Steve Austin, he's either going to hit him or pick him up and do something rather rash, rather dangerous to everyone's favourite Hollywood superstar. As oh boy, as Steve Austin picks up The Rock. And just like that, the fate what was John Cena might be the fate of The Rock. Stone Cold has something sick in his brain, something sick in his mind, something sick in his alcoholic mind. And oh boy, beer-loving mind is gonna take him to great heights. And oh boy, Stone Cold Steve Austin has The Rock where he wants him. And just like that, Stone Cold Steve Austin, I think he wants a stunner on The Rock. Steve Austin have done this plenty of times before. But it's not getting old, seeing the great one flop around like a fish in the sea. As Stone Cold sees The Rock is wounded from his assault earlier when he jumped on him. And oh boy, and just like that, The Rock had been battered by Stone Cold after jumping on him. And oh boy, it looked like Stone Cold Steve Austin, he's about to say goodbye to The Rock. Oh my God, he just kicks The Rock where the sun doesn't shine. And just like that, the same fate, we were exactly right. Stone Cold is planning a stunner, and he kicks The Rock straight in the balls. And just like that, Stone Cold Steve Austin, he's looking for a Stone Cold stunner. just like that. Stone Cold Steve Austin, he going after The Rock. He sees his victim is wounded, and that is what Stone Cold needs. He needs The Rock to lie down for him. But The Rock didn't lie down without a fight, but that is a problem for The Rock. Because if this stunner hits, then he will be doing nothing but laying. And oh boy, a Stone Cold Steve Austin, he gets The Rock, and just like that, Stone Cold Steve Austin hits a brutal infinitive stunner onto the Great One. The Rock goes down to the stunner from Stone Cold, and just like that, that stunner was probably the most brutal, vicious I've ever seen in my life, especially in a pool, which where they are is 10 feet bloody deep, or worse, and that Stone Cold stunner takes The Rock out, and oh boy, The Rock had been laid out like a fish, a wounded shark in the ocean. And then you smell blood in the water, the sharks come, and just like that, Stone Cold is the only shark here, boys. And just like that, Stone Cold takes out The Rock with that stunner, that brutal, vicious stunner, stunning The Rock and knocking The Rock down. And now Stone Cold Steve Austin, he's eyeing the victory. He's eyeing all kinds of victory right now. The Rock has been taken out thanks to Stone Cold. The Rock is in agony. The Rock is in all kinds of pain. And Stone Cold Steve Austin, we all know Stone Cold Steve Austin back in the day made a habit out of taking out The Rock. So this is no surprise here tonight that Stone Cold Steve Austin has this one in the bag. Steve Austin, who has always hit a stunner on The Rock, and this time it's no different. Even 10 feet deep in water, Stone Cold Steve Austin has still rattled The Rock with a flipping stunner. And just like that, it looks like The Rock might be saying die sometime soon. The Rock isn't going to manage to get back up to his feet after that Stone Cold stunner. But now it's about time John Cena does something about this, because there's an advantage here. The Rock had been taken out. Stone Cold's back had turned. John Cena, stop lying on your belly like an animal. Stop lying on your belly like a toddler and actually do something about this advantage. I know you're a bit beat up from that Roman Reigns match a few days ago, but still trying to fight these guys, John. This is a special occasion, a special event. Clash of the Goats, John. I know you're still beat up from Roman, and Roman is a strong competitor, but don't think about Roman and the Bloodline right now. They're all afterthoughts, John. Just focus on this match. And John Cena, he crawls up to the top floor again. And now he sees Steve Austin down there. And what in the hell is John Cena thinking on doing to Steve Austin? And he crawls up to the top wall and jumps down. And just like that, swinging neckbreaker RKO combo onto Stone Cold Steve Austin. As John Cena allows himself to fall onto Steve Austin, and just like that, he snaps him back with an RKO. And just like that, John Cena have taken out Stone Cold Steve Austin with an RKO. That's what I'm talking about, guys. The hometown hero have taken out Stone Cold Steve Austin. And now, just like that, Stone Cold Steve Austin have been laid out victim to Randy Orton's famous RKO, this time made famous in the water, 10 feet deep, by John Cena. John Cena was laid out Stone Cold, thanks to that RKO, and just like that, Stone Cold Steve Austin is flipping history. Had his head hit the concrete floor of the pool hard, thanks to John Cena. Stone Cold should have real brain tumor after that. A real brain rock after that. His brain could be broken after that. I think Stone Cold had hurt, guys. And John Cena, he knows where he is and he knows what he needs to do. As Stone Cold, he had been beat to shit by Cena just then. And he knows what he needs to do. And Stone Cold's head, severe head injuries, that's for sure. That goes into the book of accounts. Stone Cold, he's in trouble thanks to John Cena. John Cena, he picks up Stone Cold, and just like that, Stone Cold Steve Austin is on the shoulders of John Cena. What strength from John Cena. An underwater attitude adjustment. Are you flipping kidding me? John Cena has him up for the AA. And just like that, John Cena hammered Stone Cold Steve Austin with a massive AA off that second platform. And Stone Cold Steve Austin crashes down to the third platform. Just like that, Cena takes advantage, takes Stone Cold off the second platform with a massive infinitive AA. A massive attitude adjustment. And that is what I'm talking about, guys. John Cena never says die. Never said die. And just like that, Stone Cold Steve Austin is hurt. Cena have taken out Stone Cold with it never giving up instincts after throwing Stone Cold even deeper. Stone Cold at least 15 feet under the water now, guys. That's what I'm talking about. He might be even deeper. That might be 20 foot deep. Stone Cold is in danger, guys. Stone Cold's body is in trouble. Stone Cold will have trouble getting oxygen down there. We got to be worried about Stone Cold at some point, guys. He's not going to be getting any beers down there, that's for sure. And just like that, Stone Cold Steve Austin, he needs to try and hold his breath down there, that's for sure. So does Cena and so does The Rock. And just like that, John Cena just jumps on Stone Cold from the second platform. But John Cena, he didn't complete the jump because Stone Cold Steve Austin caught him with a massive stunner. Just like that, the rally had been snuffed out again thanks to a catching stunner by Stone Cold Steve Austin to John Cena. Now Cena's face have hit the concrete hard. And now John Cena's out of the game. And now thanks to Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena had been laid out for the sharks to probably months on later when they get back in the ocean. And oh boy, and that is what I'm talking about, guys. John Cena's hurt. Stone Cold Steve Austin is back on top, and this is probably a way some fans want it, but certainly not a way a Cena fan wants it, that for sure. But all three of these are GOATs. Let's just remember that. All three of these guys are GOATs. And they're flying here tonight, sacrificing their bodies for your entertainment. And just like that, that stunner was probably the best stunner of the match. That captain stunner. When Cena looked to jump on Stone Cold quickly capitalized, sprung up to his feet and caught John with a stunner. And now John Cena's out of it. That's what I mean. This match has been full of surprises. These guys are hitting everything on each other, including the bathroom sink. Everything. Everything you can think of, these guys are hitting on each other. Stunners, rock bottoms, AAs. They have hit pretty much everything on each other. And I don't think we're even finished yet. Because the Rock is coming down for some now, guys. Going down 20 feet is dangerous, Rock. Hope you have your films on standby. Because just like that, his film schedule might be needing to go on standby. because he might be walking into an ass kicking from Stone Cold Steve Austin. And just like that, the Rock jumps down, and just like that, now he's face to face with the Texas Rattlesnake. He's face to face with the Rock, and just like that, John Cena's been laid out. Stone Cold Steve Austin, he realized the Rock jumped down for some, and just like that, Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't look too happy or too amused that the Rock got up from that stunner what he hit on him earlier on. And now, just like that, Stone Cold realizes he needs to hit another stunner, or maybe something far more deadly if he's gonna be keeping down the Rock tonight. And oh boy, as Stone Cold Steve Austin, it looked like Stone Cold Steve Austin is coming after the Rock, and just like that, the Rock, he says, no way, cowboy, and the Rock is just gonna lay boots to asses tonight and make Stone Cold it bits. And oh boy, and just like that, it looked like the Rock is gonna show Stone Cold who the has-been really is. And now Stone Cold Steve Austin, he gets a rock bottom. It looked like the rock bottom is gonna connect, and this isn't good for Stone Cold. As the Rock and Stone Cold quickly lock up. But just like that, the Rock's power proven to be too much for Stone Cold at this point. Stone Cold looked gassed, he looks out of it, and now Stone Cold, he might be laid flat for the Wolves to find later. And now just like that, the Rock have had Stone Cold Steve Austin with a massive rock bottom. I bet chicks dig that from the Rock. All it films, everything the Rock does in its free time. Everything. And he pops the eyebrow from time to time. And now he just smashes Stone Cold Steve Austin to the ground one more time with a rock bottom. You couldn't ask for more in life. And the Rock, he have just taken out Stone Cold Steve Austin with a rock bottom. And now he's quickly on top of John Cena. And now, maybe we're about to witness once in a lifetime, one more time. Even though it happened way more times than once in a lifetime, the Rock hit a massive rock bottom onto John Cena. Just like that. That is what I mean about keeping your head in the game, Cena. You saw we were coming. And the Rock just picks up John Cena and hit him with a rock bottom. And Cena just falling off that step. And that is what I'm talking about. A rock bottom off the steps is really bad. Now Cena is over 30 feet deep. A rock bottom from the Rock to John Cena. And now the Rock, he thinks he have won. Stone Cold have been taken out. Cena have been taken out, but Cena's beginning to crawl. What in the hell does Cena even have left after that rock bottom off the top step? He have survived stunners, rock bottoms, you name it. Cena have survived it here tonight. And that rock bottom was severely deadly. And Cena have survived it. And just like that, John Cena, he have caught the Rock out. He have caught the Rock at his own game. The Rock tried to crawl away. But just like that, the Rock failed at crawling away. And just like that, John Cena, he has the Rock for the AA. He has the Rock for the attitude adjustment. As Cena just slams the Rock down with a massive attitude adjustment. And now, just like that, Cena have snuffed out the rally. Cena have played into the Rock's game and won. And just like that, the Rock tried to escape. But the Rock failed at escaping. The Rock thought he won the damn thing, but he didn't. And now, just like that, Steve Austin, he coming at him, fists high and all. And now Steve Austin locks up with John Cena. But just like that, John Cena have had enough. John Cena have had enough of this now, and he wants to put this one to bed. And now, just like that, John Cena knows what he needs to do. Cement himself as the one true GOAT. And he picks Steve Austin up. And just like that, Steve Austin goes onto the shoulders of John Cena. And just like that, John Cena have AA Stone Cold Steve Austin. John Cena takes out Stone Cold Steve Austin with a massive attitude adjustment. A massive AA. Flipping Stone Cold to the flipping ground. And just like that, no opening a can of whoop ass tonight, Stone Cold. You're toast. And that AA connects. And now just like that, John Cena. Let's do a 10 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. John Cena have been your winner of the pole match here today. And just like that, John Cena is posing for you all to see as he have just won the flipping pole match. As The Rock and Steve Austin are laying lifeless on the ground. Wait a minute. Wait a second. That is a great white shark, and it just swallowed Cena damn whole. For God's sake, what in the hell just happened? The great white shark, we were just talking about sharks and what they do in these waters, and Cena have just been swallowed damn whole by a great white shark. Oh boy. And now The Rock and Steve Austin, they're dragging on to the shark's tail, and just like that, Cena punched his way through the shark's stomach. And just like that, John Cena have escaped the great white shark. But I don't think that's too good for the great white shark. I don't think the shark can survive that. The shark just dropped dead. And oh boy, and just like that, Cena, Austin and Rock are huddling together. And now just like that, a bit of brotherly love. I guess after that, they all have earned a bit of love for each other. And oh boy, the boys are indeed back in town. And now they are standing above the shark. And just like that, what a match, guys. I hope you enjoyed that epic match. And we will be back soon for more epic WBA action.
Hell yeah, boys. This shark thought he was tough. Now he's dinner. On 3, 1, 2, 3!
Cena, you almost got eaten. The shark had you like a proton bar. Next time, we fight the shark in the sky.
Sky Shark match? Say less.
What a shark. What a beer.